Let me talk about Venezuela the way I understand it after following years of news, protests, interviews, commentaries, and arguments online. Whenever Venezuela trends, people shout slogans: America is bad, Maduro is evil, sanctions wicked, socialism has failed. But real life is never that clean. Venezuela did not collapse suddenly. It collapsed slowly, like a building whose foundation was weak before the storm even arrived. Now, imagine a man who earns all his money from one customer. As long as that customer is paying, life looks good. He builds a big house, he gives loan, he stops learning other skills. That was Venezuela. For decades, Venezuela depended almost entirely on oil exports. Oil paid for food, oil paid for medicine, oil paid for infrastructure. Oil paid for even politics. This meant two things. The country did not build strong local industry. The country became tied to global oil market and foreign buyers. So even before Chavez or Maduro, Venezuela was already vulnerable. This is what economists mean when they say dependency. But you don't need big grammar to see it. If oil sneezes, the whole country catches cold. So, when Hugo Chavez came, he did something very important. He said oil money should not go mainly to foreign companies and elites. It should fund education, health, and the poor. Many ordinary Venezuelans benefited at first. Living standards improved, poverty reduced. But here is the mistake the people rarely talk about. The structure did not change. Oil was still the lifeline. Imports still dominated. The state just became the main spender, not a productive engine. Think of it like this. Chavez changed who was sharing the cake. He did not teach the country how to bake new ones. When Chavez died, Maduro inherited an oil-dependent economy. High government spending, weak institutions, growing foreign hostility, falling oil prices. This was not a normal leadership transition. It was like taking over a bus already running out of fuel with angry passengers inside and enemies outside. Then oil prices crashed. That alone would hurt any oil-dependent country. But Venezuela had no backup. Now, let us be honest. The US does not act based on friendship. It acts based on interest. Venezuela challenged US influence in Latin America, control massive oil reserves, align with US rivals, so pressure increased. Sanctions did not start as total punishment, they escalated. Then came the turning point. The US criminality charged Maduro and top officials, accusing them of drug trafficking. This move mattered because Maduro was no longer just a political opponent. He was framed as an international criminal. Negotiations became almost impossible. From that moment, the goal quietly shifted from pressure to isolation. Imagine your landlord wants to remove you. Instead of breaking your door, he blocks your salary, tells shops not to sell to you, freezes your bank account. Eventually, you cannot eat, you cannot pay bills, you cannot survive. That is how sanctions work on a dependent economy. Sanctions reduce oil sales, block foreign currency, disrupted import. The government suffered, but ordinary people suffered first. Food shortages, medicine scarcity, inflation so bad that salaries became jokes. This is why protests exploded. People did not protest ideology, they protested hunger. Under pressure, leaders rarely soften, they tighten. As protests increased and legitimacy was questioned, Maduro clamped down on opposition, controlled institutions, relied more on security forces. This is not unique to Venezuela. It happens everywhere under siege. External pressure plus internal weakness often produces authoritarian reflex. Again, explanation is not excuse, but you must understand the pattern. Pro-US voices say Maduro alone destroyed Venezuela. That ignores oil dependency, sanctions impact, structural vulnerability. What did pro-Maduro voices say? They say America destroyed everything. That also ignores corruption, policy failures, refusal to reform, and mismanagement. The truth sits in the middle. Venezuela collapsed because a fragile system met aggressive pressure and leadership failed to adapt. Let us stop pretending everyone thinks the same. For ordinary Venezuelans, they are tired, they are hungry, they are less ideological and focused on survival. How about the Maduro loyalists? They are defensive, they are angry at foreign interference, they are also fearful of regime change chaos. What about opposition supporters? Those ones are frustrated, they feel robbed of future, they blame corruption and repression. Now, what about US and Western commentators? Those ones are confident, moralistic, and often disconnected from ground reality. Now, there is also another set of people which we will refer to as Global South observers. How do they feel? They are cautious. They see Venezuela as a warning. They fear sanctions as a weapon. So, in conclusion, Venezuela is not a lesson about socialism or capitalism alone. It is a lesson about dependency, power, pressure, leadership failure, and ordinary people paying the price. Country collapsed long before headlines notice. And once external power enters a weak system, control is rarely returned easily. I remain your host, Osho Abiodun. See you some other time.